Mike Owens here. Today I'm joined by Amanda Ribas, who on the 23rd of March competes in her first UFC main event versus Thug Rose Namajunas. Amanda, great to sit down and chat. How are things with you today?
Hello, hello to everyone. This is a great matchup for me. I'm feeling blessed. I'm feeling shining, because it's main event against Rose Namajunas, and my first time doing this, and I'm really happy for that.
I want to take you back away from the fight for one first question because I saw on your Instagram while I was preparing to chat with you today, you took a trip out to Rome and visited the Coliseum a couple of weeks ago. What was that experience like as a modern day gladiator stepping back into the old world where historical combatants competed?
Just a little second because I didn't understand
My
nothing.
apologies. I saw you went to the Coliseum in Rome.
Mm-hmm.
What
Yeah,
was that
yeah, I
experience
worked
like?
there. Awesome. I was in love with that place because Coliseum, we can feel the vibe of the warriors,
Mm,
and it was amazing because there is a guy there that explained to us all the process, all the doors. There is a door. It is almost UFC
mm.
that the warriors come in the door and come out another one, and was amazing. I was feeling the vibes. I took a rock for my dad
Mm.
because he loved that place. So it was amazing. And the food. Whew, oh my goodness. I did a class to learn how to cook real pasta,
Mm.
and it was amazing.
Little bit of a technical difficulty on my side, Amanda. I apologize. We were talking about your experience in the Coliseum. I'd like to know, is there any stadium in the world you would like to fight before your career is done?
Ooh, Rio. I wish I can find in Rio because for me it was the beginning of all the Vale Tudo UFC. So in Las Vegas I already did, in Abu Dhabi I already did, in Fight Island. So I think I need to fight in Brazil with audience because
Mm.
I did one time in Brasilia and was without audience. Was really good because I ate a lot of food, Brazilian food after fight, but was without audience, without that.
Mm.
So I need this.
I did want to mention that Brazil 301, UFC 301, excuse me, in Brazil, 6 weeks after your fight against Rose Namajunas. Is that a possibility at all, you think?
Of course, all depends how they fight in. Maybe I'm dreaming with my arms to the top. I'm training for that with no cuts or something broke. If that happens, for sure I can fight in Rio, and it will be amazing.
As I mentioned at the start, this is your first main event in the UFC. Does that mean a lot to you to have your first main event, to the company trust you to headline the show?
It is amazing because before I'm the UFC fighter, I am UFC fan.
Mm.
So since my first time signing that post with my first fight, I was signing my signature at the post. I was imagining my face there, and now my face will be there against Rose, who is a legend. So I want to be a legend too.
This is a flyweight matchup against two women who have fought in the strawweight division. I know that you've said in other interviews you want to fight at strawweight. That's where you want to have your most of your contest, but you will take an opportunity at flyweight if it presents itself. Why was flyweight decided on this fight?
It is crazy because I accepted the fight, who is good for me, and I am ranked in both division, and it's number 7 in strawweight, and
Mm,
number 8 in flyweight. And when we saw with all the girls has opponents, because my dad studied a lot the rank,
mm,
and we together studied a lot the fights, and I always want to give opponents to the UFC because
mm.
they have a lot of fighters. So for me, when I make for more easy for them, then they don't need to think upon it. For me, I just give a lot of names, and they look this fight. It was a good fight for a main event. Was huge opportunity. My dad said to me one time, if you want to be a legend, you need to win of one. So this is a huge opportunity for me to be a legend.
You mention your dad a lot, and obviously know that he's part of your team in your corner. How important is it to be on this martial arts journey with your father?
Our art martial is really hard, really tough. I love this since I'm baby. I need to be without the MMA one part of my life to feel that what I want for me, because Amanda Ribas without fight, it is Amanda Ribas. I'm sad. When I fight, I don't know. I feel my vibes, you know.
Mm.
And when I have my dad with me, my mom with me, I know I can trust, because with the sport, with our sport, we have a lot of opportunity, we have money, so we need to have somebody who I can trust. I know he wants the best for me, so I can trust with my eyes closed.
In your opinion, how much different is fighting at 155, wanting a strawweight and fighting a flyweight? How much different do the opponents feel? What's the weight like for you? What's the skill difference? How different are those two weight divisions when you're in there fighting somebody?
In the strawweight, I can feel more fast. I know the girls are more fast. They put a lot of volume at the fight. And in flyweight, I feel more strong. I do a diet to be more
Mm.
strong. I can eat more. So for me, this is the main difference of the both divisions.
Out of interest, where do you think your opponent, Rose Namajunas, should be fighting? She's only had one fight of flyweight. Were you impressed by that performance? What did you make of her fight against marlonvera?
I know Rose is really good. She's tough. Maybe she cut a lot of weight to 115. Because of that, she picked to fight in 1 to 5.
Mm.
So I watched the fight. I know she's getting better. So I'm prepared to fight against the best version of Rose Namajunas. So yeah, it will be good.
What do you think are her strengths? What are the key attributes you think she has? And what do you think are her areas you're looking to exploit in this fight?
Think she will put a lot of volume at the fight because she have a good conditioning. So I'm training for that too, to get ready to do 5 rounds. I don't want to do 5 rounds. I want to finish the fight before, because I like, but if have 5 rounds, it will be 5 rounds like on fire.
How many times do you plan to throw the spinning wheel kick, the shot that got you the knockout in your last fight? Because that was a beautiful knockout, I must say.
No, I train it a lot, that spinning kick. And always after training Muay Thai or Jiu Jitsu, I still doing my spinning kick. I hope I can. If I do 5 in the round, if I get just one, whew, you beat the one.
100%. Are you surprised this fight is behind closed doors? I mean, obviously you're fighting in the Apex, as we mentioned. It's your first main event. But the week after this fight, we have a show in Atlantic City. We have UFC 300. Are you surprised this fight between yourself and Rose, two big stars in the women's division? Are you surprised this fight has taken place without fans?
No, I'm not surprised. Because Rose is Rose, and I am I. I am a big star here for my family. And I know Rose does a lot of tough fights, and I do too. So because of that, we are in the main event, because they expected a lot of us.
I know that you really wanted to be on UFC 300. I saw that in other interviews. I think you mentioned Carla Esparza as a potential opponent. Was the thought of UFC 300 ever discussed?
Before was Carlos Esparza,
Mm.
but I saw she had a baby, I think.
Yes.
And now I did the interview and I was thinking, they asked, who do you want to fight after? First of all, I need to thank Justin Rose,
Yes.
but if thank God he blessed me, I go with my arms to the top and I get the win. I hope I can do a huge fight, maybe in Rio with women's BMF. Imagine this,
Mm.
because all my fights I do is with blood, with a lot of heart, and I want to show we don't need to be just bad guy to be a bad BMF,
Mm.
and we don't have a woman's BMF. So maybe against Tatiana, against Joanna, imagine come back
Mm.
of Joanna, or I don't know who. It's just think that I think, I don't know.
You like the sound of the VMF? You like that title?
I like. Because to be BMF, you don't need to be a trash talker. You
Mm.
need to be a good fighter with blood in the face. Okay, mm.
Mm.
Yeah, almost like a Coliseum. That's
Yes.
warriors. Yeah.
I checked the record before we jumped on. When you signed for the UFC, Rose Namajunas was the UFC strawweight champion. I'm wondering if Rose has been someone that you have looked up to in your career, someone who you've looked at when she was at the top and you were coming up in the game, if this has been someone who you thought that you would eventually fight.
I was a fan of Rose
Mm.
since the beginning because I like her style, her vibes. So for me to fight against her now, it is who? Okay, Amanda, you are coming where you want to be,
Mm.
where you want to go. So I was like, yeah, we are doing a good job. I say we because it's not just me.
Yes.
I know if I don't have my team, my physiotherapist, my psychologist, my nutrition guy, my dad, my mom, my sister, my brothers of my mat, because they does a really good job with me. Yeah, I was not here, so we are doing a good job.
You mentioned it earlier, but you are ranked number 7 in the strawweight division and number 8 in the flyweight division. This fight is a flyweight, but Rose Namajunas, even though she is a former champion, is not ranked above you in the division, in the flyweight division. So I'm wondering what you think a win over her later this month does for you in your career.
It will be amazing because Rose, she's not ranked at the strawweight or flyweight, but she's ranking in pound per pound.
Yes.
So yes, so she is who. If I get the win, I know I can go to top five. I know that,
Mm.
or maybe I don't know, do some great fights with great opponents, and that's it. And no, don't have one. It's just
Uh, at UFC 300, as we mentioned earlier, Zhang Weili faces Yan Xiaonan in the strawweight division. I'm wondering who you think you predict to win that fight for the strawweight title.
yeah, I think it will be Weili Yang because she has more experience, and I like her style too. I like
What do you think would be the keys to defeat somebody like Zhang Weili?
the movement. She needs to keep her distance. I know she have a good punch, but she needs to keep her distance because it will be a little hard, but she can get it.
Couple more questions from me, Amanda. Thank you for your time.
Well,
I want to ask you about your charity work. I saw on another interview you've bought a plot of land outside your family gym, and you're going to be doing some charity work for the children in your community. How is that? How is that going?
it's been amazing. Now I stopped to think about it. They are having classes at my gym with judo, jiu-jitsu, MMA, capoeira, capoeira, but it's not the way that I want because it is we are starting. but I need to do some paperwork. So my lawyers are take care of this because now I'm just thinking on the fight. But my goals to the future is to conquer a structure that is it will be just for the childrens with one side the mat, beautiful mat with they can do dance, they can do jiu-jitsu, judo, all there, and other side a table. And I really imagine all. And the other side of the table with where they can study too, they can eat too, because I have two strong opponents, and it is the cell phone, because the kids today is cell phone all the time. Sometimes they don't want to do some sport. And the other opponent, it is the bad guys on the street who they see, oh, with a good shoes. Oh, how you get this? Oh, I sell some bad things, so I don't want this. I want a good example. So the food is my friend in this fight, and the good teachers. And I already have this.
Where did this idea come from? Was there a specific moment where you said, I wanted to do this, or has this always been something that has been on your mind?
Always had this in my mind. I like, I want to do something because I had some really good example in my house, and I know it is not too much people had this, and I saw a lot of friends of mine going to the jail or going to bad places, and they have opportunity to be a big stars. And in my last fight, I got put in my heart this: you have a purpose, and me, I have a purpose. Okay, I have, and I put if I win. I was training a lot to win, and if I win with a bonus, I will take this money and start my institute. And
I love it.
yeah, it was amazing.
I
Yeah.
love it. Last question from me, and thank you again for your
Okay.
time. I'd like to know, in a perfect world on the 23rd of March, what happens when you wake up in the morning to when you go to sleep at night? Give me your fight day walkthrough in the perfect world.
I wake up in the morning, eat a lot, and then do the training, and with a big smile and fire in the eyes, my arm to the top, after I get the bonus.
I love it. Amanda, it's really been great to sit down and chat. I've wanted to chat with you for a very long time. It's been lived up to my expectations. So thank you for your time. Best of luck with the rest of camp, and best of luck for the fight.